In a bold move to modernize the country's immigration services and fortify its borders, Nigeria has launched a state-of-the-art facility aimed at transforming how the nation handles immigration and security. The facility, named after President Bola Tinubu, is domiciled at the Nigeria Immigration Service headquarters in Abuja and was inaugurated by the president himself.
It is designed to modernize the Nigeria Immigration Service, improve border security, and boost the nation's economic potential through technological innovation. President Bola Tinubu hails the facility as a significant milestone in his administration's commitment to modernizing government services.
From the beginning of our administration, we promised to deliver and execute innovative solutions across the government, including Nigeria Immigration Service. Thank God today we achieved that and we are making tremendous progress.
The president also says Nigeria's growing population and its leadership role in Africa necessitates the adoption of new technologies to drive national progress.
We believe that if we rejig our immigration, our air travel, we will benefit tremendously from economic opportunity it offers. Ease of entry, ease of exit.
Interior Minister says it is not just about upgrading immigration infrastructure, but all about creating an integrated security framework.
It's not just about immigration, because when we came on board, we realized that government was spending so much money in immigration, NSCDC, in terms, and different, and we're wasting billions every year. And we decided that why can't we create a center point where all of us can feed from?
The complex also features Nigeria's first command and control center, which integrates advanced technologies like the Advanced Passenger Information, API, and Passenger Name Record Systems, the PNR. But these tools will help the authorities to track and access passengers' data before they even arrive in Nigeria.
This facility has achieved certification with the ICAO, that's the International Civil Aviation Organization, and also been integrated with the International Air Transport Association, IATA, further ensuring that the integrity and accountability of individuals entering into our country is checked.
In the most advanced borders in the world today, this is what you see. Before the passengers arrive the country, you have all the data regarding everybody on that flight. And so it makes security, scrutiny, and everything very seamless.
With this project, Nigeria not only strengthens its internal security, but enhances its global reputation. That's according to IATA.
This is a nation that's now joining some of the few nations that have been able to implement this program and the API PNR system. And implemented not at only one airport, but the 5 international airports in Nigeria.
The facility includes several advanced components, such as a data center, command and control center, visa approval center, ECOWAS National Biometric Identity Card Center, and a passport personalization center, all powered by a solar farm that ensures sustainable energy use. Adesua Omorwan, Arise News.
Well, congratulations to the President and, of course, the Minister of Interior, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. A win for this administration.
Correct. Yes, correct. You see, when we see things like this, we're very happy. And the need for technology in our immigration system, in our data collection system as regards passengers that come into the country is very apt.
Yes.
Especially at a time like this where we had a guest the other day that came to talk about the resurgence of a strain of COVID. This will also help with contact tracing to a large scale. And kudos to the Interior Minister. Correct. This is what we've been calling for. A data point that harmonizes everything. A data point that has API that can also integrate with different destination points and airports from around the world. I suppose that that's what is going on there, because that's where they can get access, to the passengers coming in and all of that. You fill up the cards and people can have the data of these passengers. You can have a recall of data. The biometrics is effectively done. You have value chains across board, And also another part that I heard that I liked is this, passenger data. If they can also, incorporate it with our own internal passenger data too here, where they can have a hub for manifest for different transportation line. I have always been of the school of thought that for every passenger pack, the manifest of the transportation line should be entered into a central database that collates everything across all trips all over the country so that you can be able to effectively track and all of that. It's also good for historical data. So, yeah, they're saying they're doing for foreign travel. If they can also, I don't know by extension, if it works for local travel, touch points across travel, touch points and everything, then it makes it all better for us. Also, they talked about the new data center and all of that, the visa center, you can get your passport and all of that.
Yeah.
That's very good, because we've been talking about that, because also there have been many complaints as regards ease of getting Nigerian passport and all of that. So I hope this is also going to facilitate that process to a large extent. So this is a win. When they do good, we say it boldly and brilliantly. Correct, President Tinubu. This is a good win. But if he doesn't do good, we also say it boldly and correctly. So that's
we
just
celebrate this achievement. Dr. Mati.
It's not a new idea. There's nothing new in what is being proposed. It's the basic standard that should be operative in any serious-minded country. Now, and I go to the point by Professor Keyamo. He said that, look, in the past, previous governments had tried to do this, but they could not do it. What they are saying now is that there will be a proper integration. Land border, air border, sea border, and they're putting technology in place to do this. So that is what is new about this. It's not that previous administrations in Nigeria did not make a similar attempt. However, Keyamo, having said that, now says that this inter-agency rivalry has ended. We hope so. He says that what the Tinubu administration has introduced is proper coordination and communication between the agencies or among the agencies, land, air, or sea. In other words, the issue is this integration that they are proposing. The question that a Nigerian should ask is that the taste of the pudding is in the eating. We need to see it to work. The issue is not about the originality of the idea. It's not an original idea. It's been tried in the past. It did not work. The Tinubu administration has the responsibility to make it work. Now, they were saying something about Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex. Why name it after Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Some Nigerians, they also raise questions in that regard. Now, let it work first. We have a tradition in Nigeria of naming everything after the man that is in power. Okay? Have we tested it? Has it worked? Have we said, okay, yeah, on the basis of what previous administrations have done, and they failed, what is the result at this moment? Now, this new technology is going to cost Nigeria about 300 million naira yearly, we said, or save Nigeria 300 million naira yearly. Yeah, that's a thing that we have to, applaud if it's going to save us money. But it has to work before it saves us money. Olumimi Ojo, the Minister of Interior, was talking about, or was it the president or his representative, talking about how we need to settle political differences and concentrate on bigger issues that can make this country a bigger union, a more unified country. And I think, all that talk at that occasion about peace and unity are relevant. this must be a peaceful country. This must be a unified country. And this must be a country that serves the people essentially, whether they are at the land borders or the air borders or at the sea borders. But the coordination and the point made by Keyamo about how this will end the interagency rivalry within a section is very important. Because if the various agencies don't work together, whatever policy you put in place will not work. My conclusion is that this should not be another ceremony. Because if you go into government in Nigeria, it's more about ceremonies. And the president has attended this, the VP has attended this. No, we don't want a ceremonial government. We want a government that delivers results. And I'm not saying that specifically with regard to the Tinubu administration. This is a pattern in the governance process in Nigeria. Ceremonial government instead of a result-oriented government. The common denominator in all of this is how do the people gain? What is the advantage for the ordinary people? The people who travel up and down, large sea, air borders, what is the gain in it for them? It's not about ceremony. We should not celebrate ceremonies. We should celebrate results.
All right. Well, already they said some results that already been that have come out of this BATIC, as it's called, Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex. Again, there might be contentions around the name, but that's why I said earlier on that this is a win for his administration, and he's not mincing words about it and wants to stamp his name as the one who, after 18 years, that's what they said, that this idea was mooted 18 years ago, but because of inter-ministerial, inter-agency rivalry, it didn't see the light of day. So this is kudos to them, because it's not just about generating ideas if you don't execute them. You know, almost they say it doesn't count. If you have ideas but you don't implement them, then we can't celebrate that. So good one for them that they have been able to bring this innovation to life. Now, talking about results already gained, the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Ms. Nandap, had said that in the space of 1 week, when it had been operationalized, 10 high-risk passengers had been flagged, people who would have, ordinarily just come into the country as a result of the API PNR technology. Again, this raises, the argument for the use of technology. We've often talked about how manual government agencies are, especially our airport services. A lot of people who travel internationally have such a difficult experience at our international airport. This is 2024. Another thing to mention is that it's been praised that Nigeria is 1 out of 7 of the 54 African countries who have been able to implement this or set up this kind of technology for their travel. So one, it means safer travels in terms of security. It's a security investment for Nigeria, so you're able to secure your borders better. Had been mentioned, the API means that you have information of all your passengers before they arrive. So it's not just having the information. We have a lot of data in different places. It's how you use the information for the good of the country. So that's one. The other thing I'd like to ask is that, says harmonizing data. A number of complaints is the time wasted at immigration because you're coming in, they're checking data. Different agencies will ask for the same data, and then you have to fill in your cards. I hope we'll do away with that and actually really fully adopt the use of technology at our airports. This is Nigeria, the giant of Africa. We continue to take on that role. So kudos to the government. Great to see the Ministry of Interior working. Great to see that visa processes, the one-stop shop visa center would make it easy and seamless, especially for people who want to do business in Nigeria to come in and obtain their visas. Passports, we're still talking about that. So now that this has been announced, now that this has been inaugurated by the president himself, the onus is on us to ensure that we check continuously to ensure that it's not just a big show of a ceremony, but that we see the benefits, we see the amount of money being, that has been spent on this project being well utilized, and that we actually begin to notice the improvement in our aviation, aerospace area, interior, in the Ministry of Interior, and really salute them for a job well done. Let's see, hopefully, this will be the end of anything for us, and the less interaction we have with humans at the airport, the better it is for us to fight corruption at the airport in terms of bribery and extortion in that manner. So well done.